Friends, welcome to today's devotional. Our Bible text today is found in Luke 19, verse 9. And Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house, because he also is a son of Abraham." In Luke 19, verse 8, Zacchaeus stood and said unto the Lord, "Behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor. And if I have taken anything from any man by false accusation, I restore him fourfold." What was Zacchaeus doing here? Well, some people will say he had been saved by giving to the poor or by restoring 400%. But Jesus' reply to his apparent beating of his own moral drums is very interesting. And Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house." Don't miss that. Today, this man receives salvation. Can't he receive salvation when he begins to mend his ways and to recover his tracks and to restore? No, there's no salvation in giving to the poor. Even if you give 50% of your income, that is not what saves you. There is no salvation in restitution. If I have taken from any man by false accusation, to restore him 400% sounds like a pretty good restitution, doesn't it? But there is no salvation in that. The book Steps to Christ, page 27 reads, "It is true that men sometimes become ashamed of their sinful ways and give up some of their evil habits before they are conscious that they are being drawn to Christ." What's really happening? They are being drawn to Christ. Steps to Christ continues, "But whenever they make an effort to reform, from a sincere desire to do right, it is the power of Christ that is drawing them." So let's allow that. It was the power of Christ that had drawn Zacchaeus to give 400% and 50%. But that wasn't salvation. Steps to Christ reads on, "An influence of which they are unconscious works upon the soul, and the conscience is quickened, and the outward life is amended. And as Christ draws them to look upon his cross, to behold him whom their sins have pierced, the commandment comes home to the conscience. The wickedness of their life, the deep-seated sin of the soul, is revealed to them. Not just the acts, but their real condition." The book The Desire of Ages, page 556, explains, "They begin to comprehend something of the righteousness of Christ and exclaim, 'What is sin that it should require such a sacrifice? Was all this love, all this suffering, all this humiliation demanded that we might not perish?' It is when Christ is received as a personal Savior that salvation comes to the soul.